So I gotta ask. I know I have seen you. Well, I've seen you talk about it on Twitter, and I've seen you on Twitch. So I know you're a bit of a gamer. What are some of the games? And I'm not saying gamer like you're esports, but like you relax and play some games and stuff. What are some of your faves?
Oh, so many. I've mostly been doing a lot of old games lately, just kind of comfort gaming, like Skyrim. Wait,
I love how Skyrim is your comfort game.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't have to play Skyrim the way that the game wants you to play it, or kind of encourages you to play. I play Cheese Skyrim, and in Cheese Skyrim, you go around Skyrim, and you don't care about like fights or dragons or any of that other stuff. You hunt down wheels of cheese. And you collect wheels of cheese, and I have in one of my custom built houses, I have a cheese room for the blue cheese and a cheese room for the goat cheese, and I'm filling up my cheese room slowly, and that is my goal. You get cheese or die trying. That is my focus. So awesome. It can be very soothing. It can be
the chat is totally exploding right now. They're like, what? Thing? How do you do this?
I mean, you just ignore, like, when a dragon shows up, you run, you find the nearest house, you steal their cheese. That's what it is.
Geekdom is mainstream now, which is weird. Not that it's bad, it's just now there's all these people trying to lay claim to it. So I think you might have heard in the first hour we're talking a little bit about Amerime and this concept of if it's not made in Japan, it's Amerime, it's American anime, like Boondocks or Avatar: The Last Airbender. What do you think about that craziness?
I mean, I agree with what DJ had to say, which was, so much anime isn't even made in Japan anymore. And I think he did a great job of breaking down that it's like, the visual aesthetic, the style and all of that. And then there's the culture aspect of it. To me, it's also, people want to separate things in this nice, neat way, and there isn't a nice, neat way to separate them. It's a continuum. What you've got in some cases is, stuff made in Japan that's paying homage to stuff in the United States. We've got so much cross-pollination going on, it doesn't make sense to try and separate these things. With Samurai Champloo, we've got a Japanese thing made primarily in Korea by an animation house that is drawing homage from a Japanese rapper who's been inspired by American rappers, and it's just like past a certain point it's all like this incestuous mess. So it doesn't make sense to separate these things. I agree 100% that the attempt to separate it and put names and labels on it is a gatekeeping thing.
I remember saying years and years ago, I was the only one who knew anything about anime, like amongst my friends. I thought I was just so strange. And now it's like, no, sub versus dub. And no, that's not a real, mangaka. That's not a real. And it's like, wow.
DJ said he's a 90s kid. I'm an 80s kid. I've been hearing this since Robotech. So I'm tired of it. As a little tiny child, I watched Ambassador Magma. I'm older than all of you combined. No, I'm not. But, but we've been hearing this nonsense for all that time. I remember when I was little, not little, but a younger person. We'll go with that. Probably a teenager. They imported Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, and they mangled it. I mean, it was just the worst adaptation you could imagine. Didn't make any sense, whatever. Later on, I saw the real thing that was great. But they imported it, and it was such a bastardized rehash or bastardized hash of what the original was. It wasn't the original anymore. It was a completely different product. Was that a Amerime? I don't like this word.
No, that was just bad.
I don't want Amerime to happen. I'm not ready to let that happen.
No.